Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Economics. And of course today we're going to continue on our study of the production theory or the theory of production. And today specifically we're going to be looking at production related concepts. All right, so please take note that these tutorials, these episodes, they are brought to you by the O3 Schools JAMB CBT practice application. And if you have made a conscious decision to pass your JAMB exam at once, please ensure you get that application right now, all right, and start practicing your way to success. We'll talk about the features of the app in a moment, but first of all, let us see a JAMB pass question from the O3 Schools JAMB app. This is a 2022 question, number 35. We use the question search feature on the app to search for this question. It is being displayed on your screen right now, as you can see. We're told here that the curve labeled X is the A says total revenue curve, B says the total product curve, C says the marginal product curve, D says the marginal revenue curve. All right, so we'll come back to this question and many more at the end of the class and not before, because at O3 Schools we pride ourselves in giving you value first. Let us teach you first, and after you have learned, answering questions will be the least of your problem. And that is the target, because if you can answer questions after learning, then of course there's nowhere that JAMB want to set questions from that you cannot answer. So please ensure you download the application. It has everything you need to succeed. All the past questions for all the subjects are in one application, okay? And also there's a classroom feature. The classroom has JAMB syllabus, the classroom has lecture notes, the classroom has a study plan. You can create a study plan. It will crash your 4 JAMB syllabus, okay, for your 4 subjects, okay, into a timetable for you to follow, thereby making you to easily finish your JAMB syllabus. If you're a JAMB student, you are studying without your syllabus, or you prepare for JAMB without finishing your syllabus, you are doing yourself a big disservice, because the JAMB syllabus is a guide for you. That is why you must use the application. All right. Likewise, this question search feature, just like the way we search for this question, we went to question search, economics, then we search for production theory. Questions under production theory that JAMB has set from all years come together for you, come out for you to answer. Okay, thereby cementing our understanding. What's more, there's a UTME challenge. The UTME mock challenge on the app happens every Saturday. In that challenge, you compete with everybody that is writing JAMB for this particular year. Compete to win amazing prizes. But the prizes is not the catch. The catch is that you get into JAMB past questions, you get to JAMB likely exam question, you familiarize yourself with how JAMB set that question, okay? And you will see your result released after every mock challenge, okay? So that's what you can build your confidence and see how prepared you are at any point in time. So please download the app. Activation of the app is less than the price of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. Please, your future is much more important than the price of rice and chicken. So please get the application, start early, and you will give your testimony. Check our testimonies. You see how students perform wonderfully well in the last year exam. Okay, so now let us go to production related concepts. Basically, we're going to be looking at 3 concepts. Number 1 is total product. Okay, then number 2, we'll look at what average product. Then number 3, we'll also look at marginal product. Okay, so these are the 3 concepts we're going to look at today. And we're also going to draw up relationships between these 3 concepts, okay, so that I can make sure better understand why we are even talking about this at all. All right, so if you're not too busy, let us begin with the total product. But before we begin, please, if you have not liked this video for any reason, what you are doing is very wrong, okay? Liking the video will make other students easily find this video, and because it is helpful for you or helpful to you, it will be helpful to them also. So please click on the like button even right now as you are watching, and click on that like button, that hand like this, click on it. Then ensure you share to your class group, share to your classmates. Many people were not taught properly in their schools. All right, these videos help to cover that hiatus, cover that lacuna, that gap. All right, and please do not be stingy. Share and subscribe to the channel, because if you subscribe, it will send notification to your phone that we have released any new video. All right, subscription is free, completely free. So please ensure you subscribe. So number 1, let's look at total product. If you want to write, please what? Write. Okay? And we'll say that total product is the total amount of output produced. Okay? Total amount, we say what? Total product. This is the total amount of output produced, okay, after employing all available inputs. Okay, so this is what we call total product. Total product, total output, total amount of output. Okay, total product is the total amount of output produced after employing all available what? Input. Okay, that is a simple definition for total product, and you're expected to what? To know this total amount of output produced after what? Employing all available input. It has a simple formula, and we say that total product, TP, we call it TP, is what? Average product, AP, times what? Labor. Okay? Average product, AP here is average product. Average product. Okay? So L there is what? Is labor or workers or laborers. Okay, all right, then TP, of course, you know TP is what? Is total product. All right, so it's as simple as ABC. AP times L is the formula for calculating total product. For example, if I give you a question, I was told that what? That average product is, let's say, 6, and then we're told that laborer, okay, is, let's say, 2. Okay, they say find total product. What do? Simply multiply what? Labor by what? Average product. That is, I'm going to have 6 times what? 2. That will be your total product. Total product TP now will be what? 12. Simple as ABC. Nothing more than that. Okay. So we will see. I'll give you what an hypothetical example, and we'll fill what? The table with what? With TP, AP, and MP. Okay, all together. That will make us what? Fully understand how to use what? This formula. All right. So let us not waste much time. Let us go to the next one, which is the average product. Average product. You know what average is now already now? Let's say, for example, you wrote a test. If you wrote test, for example, and you're supposed to write 10 subjects, okay? You score 16 in all the subjects. Okay, if you score 16 in all the 10 subjects, what will be your average score? Your average score will still be what? Will be 16, isn't it? All right. So that's like the score you are getting per unit what test or per unit subject, per subject. Okay, the least score you are getting per subject is what? Is the average. Okay, the least score you are getting per subject is what? 16. All right, so that is what? Average what? Product. All right, so let us quickly see the definition in economics, and we'll say this is the output, average product. Now, number 2, average product. Please make sure you take your notes. All right, and of course, ensure that what you go over them again. Then what? Use the question search feature on the O3 School JAMB app to search for questions and what? Answer the questions what? That come out under what? Each topic that we take. That way, your confidence will be what? So much more. Okay, we'll say the average product is the output. This is the output per unit labor employed. Output per unit labor employed. Okay, this is the output per unit labor. Output per unit labor. Just like we use test scores, and I will say what? This is the what? The least score per unit what? Subject. Okay, per subject. Sorry, per subject. This is the least score per subject. Okay, that is what? The output per unit labor. Okay, we can also call what? Average product, or we can define average product as the output produced by one or each laborer, by one laborer. All right, so if we have 20 laborers, okay, all right, then let's say we have what? A farm of rice. Okay, or a farm of yam, okay, yam farm, all right, and then we now employ laborers to what? To go and uproot, okay, to go and harvest the yam for us, all right. Each day, let's say each day for 5 days, so they're going to work for 5 days. Then each day, all right, the first day they uprooted 16, okay, the 5 laborers uprooted was 16, okay. The next day, Okay, they put it, let's say 20. The next day they put it like 15. The next day they put it what 18. The next day they put it what's it called? Let me just say 21. All right. So if you want to say what is the average product, okay, harvested, okay, by each of the laborer, that is the average product we're talking about. Okay, we say this is the output per unit labor. That is what the output produced by one laborer. So if you want to find the average, what do we do? We sum normally the way we find average normally 16 plus 20 plus 15 plus 18 plus 21 divided by what? By 5. Okay, whatever you get, okay, is the average per unit what laborer. Okay, that means that each laborer at least, okay, harvested a so and so what amount. All right, also so and so tubers. That is what average. Okay, average we say is the output per unit labor employed. That is the output produced by one laborer. And we say the formula for calculating average product is, you have what? AP is equal to what now? TP over what? L. Okay, the total product divided by what? That's what I say per unit. That means if I'm a mathematician, you understand that this is what? TPL raised to power minus 1. Okay, per unit labor. Okay, total product per unit what labor. The output per unit what labor. That is what we call what? Average product. Are we clear? All right, so we'll also see how to use this formula very soon when we start filling that table. So let us go to the third one. The third one now is what? Is marginal product. Marginal product, just like the way we talk about marginal utility. Okay, all right. So as you are consuming consuming pizza, okay, the more you are consuming, all right, you see that the less satisfaction you are getting. Okay, the satisfaction you get when you consume the first slice of pizza is not the same as that when you consume the second one. Okay, then the third one, the fourth one, like that, you see that the utility will be reducing. Okay, so also how it's called marginal product. Marginal product is that extra or additional output, okay, that you are getting when you are adding a unit when you are adding one more laborer, okay, to it. In terms of production theory, okay, let's say you have first of all 10 laborers working for you, all right? Then you now added an extra laborer, okay? What is that extra person? What is this? What output is he producing? Okay, all right. You have added one laborer. What output is that extra or additional laborer adding to what was being produced before? That's what we call the marginal product. Okay, so let us see it in definition. Marginal product. Okay, and we say this is the additional product. Okay, produce. All right, the additional extra. The extra. Okay, you also want extra. You can also say extra. Okay, or additional product produced as a result of increasing labor by an extra unit. Okay, of increasing labor by an extra unit. Okay, you have 5 laborers, okay, working for you before, but then employed one more to it. What is that extra or additional unit that 6th laborer that you're employing is adding to it? Okay, so that is what the marginal product. And we'll say that marginal product, MP, is what? Change in TP over what? Change in what? L. Okay, marginal product is the slope of the total product curve. We'll see soon when we draw the graph, all right, and drop the relationship. Okay, so it's change in total product over change in labor. Okay, so you could say what? This is what? Change, that is what? TP2, for example, minus TP1 over what? L2 minus what? L1. Okay, so this is what? Our marginal product. Okay, the extra or additional output, okay, or product produced as a result of increasing labor by an extra unit. All right, that is marginal product. I hope that is very, very clear. All right, so quickly, let us draw up a table. We'll fill up the table with what? With average product and marginal product. Then we'll draw the graph. Then talk about the relationship between what is it called? The total product, the average product, and the marginal product, and we are done with this class. So please ensure you like this video, ensure you subscribe to this channel, ensure you share this video to your friends and loved ones, all right? It will really, really, really be helpful to them. So let us go. So let us say we have a table. We have, for example, number of laborers here, QL. All right, let's say we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, then we now have what? Our total product, TP. What's our TP? We say TP is what? AP times what? L. Abi, remember? Then we now, let's say, yes, our marginal product, MP. What do you say our MP is? We say MP is change in what? TP over what? Change in L. Abi, remember? Then we now have our what? Our AP. Our AP here, what do you say AP is? We say AP is what? TP. We say AP, sorry. AP is TP over L. All right? So this is what our table. So we just fill up the table with our values, and then we use our formulas to what? To find the missing values, and then we'll draw up what? Our table. Okay, sorry, this is 5 here. All right, this is 5, this is 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so let's say our total product values are known. Okay, let me just get some values and we'll just use it to run. So we may not have a very perfect curve, but at least to give us an insight, an idea about what how the curve of what of TP, AP, and MP looks very much like. Okay, so let's say here of course will be 0 at the first level, there will be 0. So let's say you have 2, 5, 9. Let's say we have 12, 14, 15, 15. Let's say we have 13 and 10. Okay, so let us use these values to run. Right, 0, 2, 9, 5, 9, 0, 2, 5, 9, 12, 14, 15, 13, 10. Now we can fill what our missing what boxes. What's our MP? What is our MP? MP is change in TP over change in L. All right. So for this place now, what will be our MP? All right. Our MP will be very easy also because we know what our TP. All right. So TP change in TP is what? TP2 minus TP1. Okay, while change in L is what? L2 minus what? L1. So we can, for this value, for this point here now, what we simply do, take TP2, which is 2. We're going to have 2 minus, what's our TP1? 0. Okay, all over what now? Then what will be our L2? Our 1 minus what? 0, because we are considering this first level here, this 1 and this 1, this 2. All right, so 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 0 is what? Is 1. Okay, our answer will be 2. That means here will be 2. Abi? All right, so now let us quickly fill up the MP first. So for this next level now, it will be between this 2 and 5. All together. So I'm going to have 5 minus 2 over what now? 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is C1. 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. That will give us what? 3. Abi? That means here also will be what? 12 minus 9, which is 3, over 4 minus 3, which is 1. 3 over 1 is also going to give us what? 3. All right? All together. Okay, let me go over that again. So we got for this one, we got this first level is 0. Okay, between this and this, all right, 2 minus 0 over 1 minus 0 got here. All right, for this one, in between these two, 5 minus 2, okay, over 2 minus 1, we got 3. So for this one, 9. For this 9, rather, will be between what? This 5 and 9. 9 minus 5 is what? Is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, so I'm going to have 9 minus 5 over what? 3 minus 2. I'm going to have what? 4 over 1, which is 4. Okay, so here's our 4. Now, for this fourth stage, it is between 12 and 9. 12 minus 9 is what? 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, 3 over 1 is what? 3. Yes, our 3. For this level, 14 minus 12 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 over 1 is what? Is 2. Okay, 14 minus 15 is 1. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 over 1 is what? Is 1. 13 minus 15 is what? 13 minus 15 over what? 6 over what? 7 minus 6 over 7 minus 6. 13 minus 15 is what? Minus 2 over what? 1, which is what? Minus 2. Okay, you'll be what? Minus 2. 10 minus 13 is minus 3. Minus 3 over 1 is what? Minus 3. So we all know our values of our MP now. Okay, very easy. Now let us now go to our AP. What's our formula for AP? You say that AP is TP over L, total product over L. That will be very easy now. Okay, total product is 2. L is 1. Okay, 2 over 1 is what? Is 2. Total product is 5. L is 2. 5 divided by 2 is what? 0.5 divided by 2 now, 2.5. Please press your calculator if you don't understand. Then we also have 9 divided by 3, that is 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 14 divided by 5. What is 14 divided by 5? That will give us 2.8. 2.8. Press your calculator to confirm. Then 15 divided by 6 is what? I'm going to have 2 also. 2 points. Okay. Then what will be left is what? 6 is 12. 30. 6 times, okay, look at 15 divided by 6. Let's make this easier. I don't have a calculator here. That is why this is, let me not do this. This is what 3 divided by 15 is 5. 3 divided by 6 is 2. Okay. That will give us 2.5. Are we together? All right. So let's go. Then 17 divided by 13. 13 over 17. That is total product divided by what? Labor. 13 divided by 17, not 7 divided by 13. Okay. All right. So 13 divided by 7, we are going to have 1. 7 can go into 13 once. I mean, that's 6. So I have point. Okay. 7 times 8 is 56. Then 8. Then, of course, we have what? 5. So we are going to have 1.85. Then 10 divided by 8. 10 divided by 8. 2 here is 5. 2 here is 4. This will give us 1.25, I guess. So I'm going to have 1.25. All right, so we now have all our values for our total product, our MP and AP using the formula that we knew from the divination. Okay, so that becomes very, very easy. So now, as an examiner, this is how your JAMB question will come. You can be given a table like this. Yeah, they will now remove here. They'll say find F. They'll now say maybe here is J. Okay, they'll say find J. Okay, then let's say here is Y. They'll say find Y. Okay, so how do we find Y here? How do we find J? J is TP, is under the TP, okay? So we're looking for J, and we know AP is what? TP over L. Okay, AP is what? TP over L. We know that what? TP is what? AP times L. Okay, so since we know that what? AP is what? TP over L, is simple as ABC. All right, that means we can easily find what? Our J. Okay, because we're looking for TP now. Our AP, let's trace AP. AP is 3. When J was here, AP is 3. So 3 is equals to, what's our TP? TP is what we're looking for. What is our L? Our L, it corresponds to what? 4. Okay, so our TP now will be what? 4 times 3. Okay, you cross multiply. 4 times 3 is what? Is 12. So here is what? Our 12. What was there before? I guess it should be 12. Now, our Y, also the same thing. Okay, so we're looking for TP. We know that what? TP, first of all, is AP times L. What's our AP here? 1.25. Okay, then times what? Times L. L is 8. Okay, so that will give us what? Our value there, which is 10. All right, it's as simple as ABC. So use the formula. You must know the formulas so that you'll be safe in this part of what? Of this class. Okay, you must understand the formulas, know how to use them, then everything becomes easy. So now let's draw what? A graph. Okay, so that we can understand how the graph or the curves for TP, MP, and AP looks like. So if you look at the TP values, the highest is 15. Okay, for MP, the highest is 4. For AP, the highest is 3. So for us to be able to choose a suitable scale, okay, let me just use what? 2 units to represent 1 centimeter. Okay, so let's draw this. We'll draw what? The TP, AP, and we'll draw what? TP, this TP, AP, and MP on the y-axis. Then here, we represent what? Labor. Labor is always on the what? On the x-axis, okay? You plot labor on the x-axis. So now, here is 0, here is 2, here is 4, here is 6, here is 8, here is 10, here is 12, here is 14, here is 16, okay? All right, then of course, here is what? Minus 2, all right? Here is minus 2, all right? And here is what? Minus 4, okay? Simple as ABC. Now, we have what? Our graph. Now, we are going to now plot TP. Let us plot TP, the values for TP first, okay, against labor. Then we'll plot MP against labor. Then we'll plot AP against what? Labor. All right, so let us begin. Okay, let me use different colors of markers so that it can be easier for us to grasp. For TP, I'm going to use the red marker. So let us go. So when labor was 0, TP was 0. Okay. So first of all right, this point is marked. All right. Now when labor was 1, TP was 2. Sorry, I've not labeled the values. I've not labeled the labor values. So this, yes, 1, yes, 2, yes, 3, yes, 4, yes, 5, yes, 6, yes, 7, yes, 8. Okay, let us just manage them. All right, let us just manage the curve. All right, so now let us go. So when what is it called? When labor was 1, TP was 2. Okay, so when labor was 1, if we trace this is where it ends, TP was 2. Okay, now when labor was 2, TP was 5. Where's 5? 5 is between 4 and 6, Abi. So somewhere here. When it was 2, you trace it down. You can draw this graph on your own so that you can understand it. If you don't draw it with your own hands, it's really for WAEC students. You need to understand how to draw it by yourself. Okay, so that's what what's it called? Our second point. Then now, when labor was 3, TP was 9. Okay, where's 9? 9 is around here. So we trace it down. Okay, to go and meet our 3. So this is our fourth point. Then number 4, when labor was 4, TP was 12. Where is 12? See 12 here. Simple as ABC. Okay, 12 is looking at us. So we just trace it down. Okay, remember that this cannot be completely perfect. I'm not using a ruler to draw it. I'm using hand. It's just for illustration, for you to understand how the curves look like. Then when it was 5, it was 14. Take it. When it was 5, okay, it was 14. All right, let's go. When it was 6, it was 15. When it was 6, it was 15. 15 is here, between 14 and 16. Okay, when it was 5, it was 16. So you take that down. All right. All right, now, when it was 7, it was 13. Where is 13? 13 between 12 and 14. Okay, so it was somewhere here. It will be somewhere rather. All right, so we also mark this point. When it was 8, it was 10. Okay, where's our 10? 10 is here. All right, so we trace it. All right, to meet our 8. All right, so we trace for this point. So it's as simple as this. So now we can now draw our graph. All right, we can now join the points together. All right, so starting from here, like this, this will be our TP curve. So let us join. So I'm going to have something like this. All right. All right. So this is our TP curve. TP. All right. We name it there TP. So now let us now draw that for the MP. We make it very fast. Okay. When labor was 1, MP was 2. Okay. When labor was 1, okay, 1, MP was 2. So this point is marked. Okay. Now, when labor was 2, MP was what? 3. When labor was 2, MP was 3. Where is our 3? When labor was 2, MP was 3. Where is 3? 3 is between 2 and 4. Right? So you traced to this point, you trace it down. Okay, mark. Now, when labor was, what is it called? 3, MP was what? 4. When it was 3, MP, look at 4 here. So we trace to meet this. Abi, we mark. Okay, so now, when what's it called? Labor was 4, MP was 3. When it was 4, okay, MP was 3. Where's our 3? Here. So we trace it here to meet it. Okay, very clear. Now, when labor was 5, it was 2. When it was 5, it was 2. Where's our 2? 2 is here. Okay, so we trace it to meet it. Now, when labor, let us manage the values, all right? Well, you can draw it out yourself so that you understand it better. Okay, use your hand to draw it, all right? Now, when labor was, what's it called? 6. When it was 6, MP was what? 1, okay? So where's 1? 1 between 0 and 2 now, B. So we trace, okay? We'll put here, we'll mark here. Now, when labor was 7, MP was what? -2. Okay, so look at our -2 here. So we trace, all right? So this is our -2. Okay, so now when labor was, what's it called? 8, it was -3. -3 is between -2 and -4, so somewhere here. Okay, Okay, so we also want to draw. Then we can now join our points together, okay, to now get our MP curve. Okay, let us join. So I'm going to have something like this. Okay, all right. Then coming to join this. These are what now? What would this be called? Our MP curve. This is our TP curve. This is our MP curve. Okay, this is how it looks like. Then now let us now see the third one, which is our AP curve. Okay, let us use our points to what? To draw the graph. So I'll use a blue marker this time. I hope this blue marker doesn't fail me. Now, when labor was 1, AP was 2. Okay, so when it was 1, it was 2. So this point again, all right. When labor was 2, AP, okay, when it was 1, it was 2. All right. When labor was 2, MP was 2.5. Okay, 2.5 is between 3 and 2. Abi, between 3 and 2, just the middle between what 3 and 2. Okay, so when it was 2, it was 3. It was 2.5. So we trace here and then we mark. Okay, are we clear? Now, when it was 3, AP was 3. Okay, so when it was 3, AP was 3. Where's our 3? This is our 3 here. Okay, so we mark. Now, when it was what? 4, it was 3 again. When it was 4, it was still 3. Look at our 4 here. Okay, let's see. Look at 4. When labor was 4, okay, it was 3. Sorry. When labor was 4, AP was 3. When labor was 4, AP was 3. So where's our labor? 4. Okay, so where's our 3 on this AP? This is 3 here. Okay, so this is our 3. We trace it to meet here. All right, so it means what? This point. Okay, now when it was 5, it was 2.8. 2.8 will be between what? See, this is 3. Will be between 3 and what? This was 2.5 that we marked here before. Okay, this place we mark 2.5 here. So 2.8 will be in between what this line. Okay, so we can trace. We can trace. Okay, we can trace. It will just be below. It will just be below what? This line here. So it will be somewhere here. Okay, all right. So now when it was 6, it was 2.5. All right. Look at 6 here. What was our 2.5? Look at our 2.5 here. This lower one. This is our 2.5. Okay, this is our 2.5. So we trace it. We trace it. Okay, to go and meet 6. This is our 2.5. Then when it was 7, it was 1.85. When it was 7, it was 1.85. Where's 1.85? 1.85 is between 1 and 2. Okay, so let us just say somewhere here. Okay, let us just trace somewhere here. Okay, 1.85. Then when it was 8, it was what? 1.25. 1.25 will just be somewhere here also. Okay, just below also. So, okay, so this is what? Our AP curve. So we can join our line. So this is our line. This is how it goes. Okay, this is how our AP curve goes. This is our AP. Sorry, the blue marker is not as clear as the red and green. All right, but this is basically how our TP, AP, and MP curve looks like. Okay, and of course, we can draw up relationship. We talk about the TP, talk about the AP, and then MP. Talk about the relationship between AP and MP. Talk about the relationship between TP and what? And MP also. You can see the curves, all right? So the TP curve, as number of laborers are increasing, you can see as what? As the TP curve is what? Is increasing, also is rising, all right? And remember, we define MP, okay? We say MP is what? Change in TP over change in L. That means the slope. All right, the slope of the total product curve is what is the marginal product, isn't it? So let us now quickly see how we can draw up relationship between them. All right, so let us begin with the MP curve to start with. Okay, for the MP curve, this is our MP curve. This green one, all right, is our MP curve. All right, so this is our MP curve. What do we notice from our MP curve? We notice that after 6 workers, okay, it's what? It becomes what? Negative, isn't it? It becomes what? Negative. What does it show? It shows that if at this point you begin to employ more workers, that is the total output attributable to what? Additional workers becomes less and less what? In fact, it becomes 0. Okay? It becomes what? 0. Indicating that what? That productivity at this point has become what? Negative. It's no longer useful again for you. If I am the owner of the firm, I will not employ any worker above what 6 workers, because after 6 workers, the productivity, okay, has become what negative. You get. Now, what do you notice about what the AP curve? The AP curve was rising steadily. It was rising. Look at our AP curve. Where's the blue marker? This is our AP curve here. As it's going, it was increasing. It was increasing until the point where it coincides with what? With our what? Where it crosses what the MP curve. Okay, immediately it crosses the MP curve, it begins to what? To decline. All right. So notice the AP curve. Okay, immediately it crosses the MP curve, it begins to what? To decline. It begins to what? To decrease. Okay, so please take note of that. Now to the TP curve. As you get to the TP curve, as we begin to employ more and more workers, look at the number of laborers. As number of laborers are increasing, okay, what do you notice? You see that that productivity, that output will begin to will be increasing. It will be increasing steadily. See, that is between 1 and 3 workers. You notice that that the productivity increasing. It is increasing at an increasing rate. Productivity is increasing at an increasing rate. Okay, you see that that the curve begins to be steeper. It becomes very steep. It becomes steeper and steeper. That is between 1 and 3 workers. All right, indicating here that productivity is very, very high. It is increasing. Also, what do you notice? You notice that the MP also is also increasing. Look at our MP curve. Our MOP, that is marginal product curve, starts from here. It's also start to increase, okay, until it get to this 3rd worker. Okay, so now at this point, productivity is very, very, very high. So it means that as long as TP was increasing, okay, or MP was increasing, TP will also be increasing. All right, and we can draw up a relationship between the MP and the TP. We have already said before that MP is is the slope of the total product curve. MP is the slope of the TP curve. All right, that means that so long MP is increasing, it also means that that TP will be increasing. All right, it will also be increasing. And if MP is decreasing, okay, TP will also be decreasing. Just take note of that. All right, if MP is increasing, marginal product is increasing, because marginal product is the slope of the total product curve. That means that if the marginal product is increasing, also the total product will be increasing. It will definitely be increasing. All right, the slope will become greater and greater, and the curve of the TP curve will become steeper and steeper. Okay, indicating that that the slope is becoming bigger. It's becoming greater. All right. So now, beyond these 3 workers, that is why you see that you can trace the productivity at this point. Okay, between 1 and 3 workers. All right. Now, beyond the 3 workers, as you are getting to the 4th worker, you will discover that that the slope or the curve, the TP curve, is increasing. The TP curve is still increasing, but it has begun to decline. All right, it is increasing, but it has started to decline. It started to decrease. It is increasing. That's when we say it is increasing, but at a decreasing rate. Because why will it decrease? It will decrease because MP curve is also decreasing. So because MP curve is declining, or it is decreasing, also the TP curve will be will be decreasing. Okay, but it will not just decrease, it will be increasing. It is still going up, but it has started to decline. Look at the curve. Look at here, it was going up straight, but when it got here, it started bending. All right, so we say that it is still increasing, but it is at a decreasing rate. From 1 to 3, it is increasing at an increasing rate, but from 3 upwards, you see that it continues to increase, but at a decreasing rate. Okay, and that is why we can draw up a relationship between the MP curve and the TP curve. Are we together? This means that at any point along our total product curve, okay, at any point along our total product curve, the slope at that point is our It's our marginal product. Okay, the slope at that point is our marginal product. Please take note of that. Now, also notice that beyond 6 workers, after the 6 workers, what do you notice? You see that the MP curve begins to turn to negative. Okay, while the TP curve, if you trace it up, you see that what the TP curve starts what decreasing. Okay, while the MP curve, okay, goes to what, to negative. Because the reason why this is happening is also because of the relationship between what the MP and the TP. You have already said that the MP is the slope of the TP curve. Okay, so that means that if it is decreasing, it will be what, the MP will be if TP is decreasing, the MP will be going towards what, negative. Okay, or if the MP is going towards negative, okay, the TP curve will be decreasing. Okay, so let me go over that again. Like we say, from 1 to 3, as the number of laborers are increasing, total output is increasing, productivity is increasing. All right. What do you notice here? You see that the TP curve becomes to be steeper, becomes steeper and steeper. It begins to increase at an increasing rate. All right. But beyond what 3 workers, what do you notice? We notice that beyond 3 workers, the MP begins to want to decrease. And as it is decreasing, it means also that what? That the TP curve will decrease. Okay, because the MP is the slope of the TP curve. And for that singular reason, it means that what? That the TP curve will be decreasing. And that is why, if you notice, as it is going up, it's actually still increasing, but it is at a decreasing rate. Okay, it is increasing at a decreasing rate. It is increasing, but at a decreasing what rate? The slope, okay, so the curve begins to be what? Flatter and flatter. Instead of steeper that it was before, it begins to become what? Flat. All right, and at the point where the MP, okay, that is after 6 workers, when the MP comes to negative, you see that what the TP curve will begin to decrease. And if you are a manager at this factory, if you are the manager, okay, after 6 workers, stop employing, because productivity here, as you can see, has started to go down. So let us quickly write down relationships between TP and MP. Okay, between MP and TP. Between MP and TP. Write them down in your books. Okay, all right. The first thing you should note here is that, see, remember that these figures, okay, I just brought them out from my head, all right. But by the book, okay, you should note that that when TP is at maximum, if TP is max, this is max, at maximum, MP is 0. Take note, okay. When TP is maximum, okay, MP is what? Is 0, all right, and decreasing. Take note of that. It is 0. When TP is maximum, MP is what? 0. Okay, so number 1, okay, we're looking between what? TP and what? MP, okay. We say that what? When TP is maximum, okay, what do we say happens to MP? We say that what? MP is what? Is 0, okay. When TP is maximum, MP is 0. Take note of that. Know it, please. Okay, it's not only 0. You can see that what is still is still decreasing. Okay, it's decreasing. Okay, because the MP is decreasing, also you see that what? The TP also will be decreasing. All right. Now let us go. Another relationship you see here is that what? When MP is increasing, what will happen to TP? Okay, MP is increasing. What will happen to TP? TP increases at an increasing rate. Okay, take note of that. When MP is increasing, TP is increasing at an increasing rate. Then number 3, another relationship you must take note of, okay, is that number 3. What is that? Again, let us check from the curve. Okay, so when MP is what? Is negative, TP is what? Is decreasing. Okay, when MP is negative, TP is what? Is decreasing. All right, take note. Okay, when MP is negative, okay, what happens? TP is decreasing. Okay, simple as ABC. You must take note of what? These 3 relationships. Okay, between what? What is it called? MP and TP, marginal product and total product. Okay, when TP is maximum, okay, MP is 0. When MP is increasing, TP increases at an increasing rate. When MP is negative, TP is decreasing. Are we clear? Now let us quickly see a relationship between what? MP and what? And AP also. Okay, and as you can obviously see, right? When MP is what? Is increasing, what do you notice? All right, you notice that what? AP is also what? Increasing. Abi now, look at it now, it's increasing. Okay, this one is increasing, this one is increasing. Okay, and AP will increase until the point where it crosses what? The MP curve. AP will be increasing until where it crosses the what? The MP curve. Then it starts to what? To decline. All right, we know that already from, as you can see from the graph. So we can say that what, between 1 and 3 workers, okay, we were experiencing increasing return. That is between 1 and 3 workers. You can see that marginal product was increasing. Okay, we can say we were experiencing what? Increasing returns. Okay, why are we experiencing increasing returns? It is because as we are hiring more workers were being used what? Efficiently. Okay, and productivity was what? Was increasing. Okay, so that is why we are experiencing what? We are experiencing increasing what? Returns. All right, so between 1 and 3 workers, we are experiencing increasing returns. Okay, but immediately the marginal product starts to decline. That is beyond 3. After 3, what do you notice? The marginal product start declining, and then we start what? Experiencing what? Diminishing marginal returns. Okay, so beyond 3 workers, what do you notice here? We start to what? Experience diminishing marginal return. Why is it? Because as we are adding more workers, as we added the 4th worker, what do you notice? The marginal product is declining. When we added the 5th worker, it declines further. When we added the 6th worker, it declines further. Okay, and then even becomes negative. Okay, at this point, all right, all these 7 and 8 workers, they are not necessary. So this means that so long what the length of this marginal product curve is declining, okay, we will continue to experience diminishing marginal returns. Okay, that means the more we are adding more workers, we begin to experience diminishing marginal returns. Productivity will not be as high as when we started initially employing workers. Okay, where we're experiencing increasing returns. Now also the AP, okay, the average product reaches its highest point. Let's notice, where did it reach its highest point? This is what the highest point, okay? It reaches its highest point when it crosses the MP curve, okay? That is when it reaches its highest point, all right? And what does this show? It means that at any point that MP is greater than AP will be increasing. Okay, at any point that MP is greater than AP, like you can see from the curve, from this point, MP is greater, okay, it's going up, it's increasing until it gets here and start declining. Okay, you can see AP also continues to increase until it crosses it. Okay, so at any point that MP is greater than AP, it means that AP will also be increasing. All right, are we clear from the graph? That's right. E.g., as you can see that between 1 and 4 workers, as long as MP is increasing, okay, that MP is greater than AP, or what will happen? AP will be increasing. And if you notice, what could be the reason for this? We know that MP, we have said, okay, that MP is MP is change in in TP. Okay, change in TP attributable to the last worker hired. Okay, the change in total product attributable to the last worker hired. That is what we call MP. All right. This means that that if the last worker hired, okay, is producing more than the average that the workers that were already working before were producing, what will happen? It will pull up the average. The average will increase. Let me explain. For example, let's say you hired 5 workers. Okay, you hired 5 workers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and their average, they were averaging, let's say 20 bags of rice every day. Okay, they were averaging 20 bags of rice every day. Now, if you hire the 6 average, you know what average means? So that means that the list, okay, the average, the list they were producing was 20 bags every day. Now, the highest, that is the average, the highest they were producing was 20 bags every day. Okay, so now you employ the 6th worker. That 6th worker now produce, let's say only him produce 25 bags. Okay, what do you think will happen to this average? Will the average increase or decrease? It will increase. It will pull up the average. Okay, it will pull up it will, just like a magnet, it will pull upward the average. And let's say the sixth worker is producing lesser than this average. Let's say the sixth worker is producing 10 bags. Okay, what do we notice? What will happen to this average? This average remain 20? No, it will not remain 20. Let us take a let us do a very, very good example so that you understand better. So you're not seeing that we are making noise. For example, we're given two numbers. Your workers are producing this particular bags of rice, 12, 10, 8, 9, 5. Okay, they are producing these bags of rice, 5 of them. Let us find the average. Average will be 12 plus 10 plus 8 plus 9 plus 5. Okay, let's say the first day they produce 12 bags, the second day they produce 10 bags, third day 8 bags, 9 day 9 bags. Okay, 5 days. Okay, 5 bags. Okay, like that. The fifth day rather. So now the average will be over 5. 12 plus 10 is what? 22 plus 8, 30. 30 plus 9 is what? 39. 39 plus 5 is what? 44 over 5. 5 divided by 44 is what? What will it be? Okay, 5 divided by 44 is 8. 8 times 5 times 8 is 40. Remainder what? Remainder 4. Okay, so it will be 8.8. Okay, let us say 8.8. Now, this is the average these workers were producing. Okay, 8.8. Now, let us now say we now employed a sixth worker. Okay, when we employed a sixth worker, that worker was now producing, let's say, 10 bags. Okay, was producing 10 bags, more than the average that what these workers were producing before. What do you think will happen to this average? Will this average increase or the average will decrease? Okay, because the last worker you have hired is even producing much more than the average that the other 5 workers that have been in your service were producing. The average will go up. It will increase. It will pull it up. Okay, that is what is happening here. All right. So long the marginal product, okay, which is attributable to the last worker that has been hired, is producing more than the average. Okay, it will pull the average product up. Okay, and again, if let's say this last worker is producing less than this average, let's say it's producing 4 bags. Okay, what do we notice? You will notice that that this average will be pulled down, because it will no longer be over 5 here now, but it will be over 6. You understand? All right, it will not be over 6. So it will be lesser than the average that they were producing before. Okay, so the marginal product is like it's like a magnet. Okay, it will pull up the average product if the last worker hired is producing much more than the average, and it will pull down the average product if the last worker hired is producing lesser than the average. That is how the marginal product and the average product are linked together. I hope we are very, very clear. So let us quickly now draw out the relationship between MP and AP and C here. And of course, you will see here that between AP and MP. All right, you see that if MP is greater than than AP, what do you notice? Okay, you notice that AP will be increasing. All right. So anytime that MP, marginal product, is greater than average product, all right, it will jack up the average product. Average product will be increasing. And anytime that MP is less than AP, all right, you see that AP will be decreasing. All right. So it's as simple as A, B, C. Okay. So please understand the relationship between total product, okay, and the marginal product, and of course understand the relationship between the marginal product and the average product. All of this together will help you to smash JAMB questions anyhow you like. All right. So now quickly we'll now go to we'll talk about return to scale. Okay. So now we'll be talking about scale of production. So now we'll be talking about scale of production. Let's quickly see what scale of production is. Okay, and then that will be the last part of this class. Okay, I'm sorry you have taken so much time. All right, this will not take so much time. Then we'll answer questions from the O3 Schools app, and then you will see how far you have gone. Okay, so please take note of the graph, take note of the relationships. If they were not important, I would have told you so. So let's talk about scale of production. Okay, scale of production. And scale of production refers to the sizes that different firms adopt in production. Okay, to the sizes that different firms adopt in what? In production. Okay, so some firms we adopt what? Small sizes. Okay, in that case we call them what? Small scale. Okay, small scale production. Okay, all right. While some firms we adopt what? Very, very, very what? Huge what? Sizes, or what? Very, very elaborate sizes. We call that what? Large scale production. Okay, so if they adopt what? A small what? Scale, okay, or a small size, that will be a small scale production. If they adopt what? A large size, that will be what? Large scale what? Production. Okay, and the size of the output that they produce, that these firms produce, is what makes them to be called either small scale or what? Large scale. Okay, the size of the output, okay, the output, all right, the output, the size of the output that what these firms adopt is what makes them to better be called a small scale, okay, or what? A large scale. So we mean that what? Firms that are what? Producing small output, okay, we say that what? Operating what? Small scale production, while those are what? Producing large output, okay, are producing what? Large scale what? Production. Okay, so this is basically what? How it works. All right, and the goal of every firm is to actually increase what? Their scale of production. That is the goal of every firm, to increase their scale of production, because they are actually cost-saving measures. There are cost-saving measures that is involved with producing on a large scale. Now, next class we'll look at what all of that. Okay, we'll do the version on this and look at what all of that. Okay, but for now, let us go to the O3 School JAMB app, and you will answer the questions that we have searched using the question search feature from the JAMB past questions. Okay, so if you're also using our WAEC app, the same thing. Go to the question search feature, click on economics, search for what? Theory of production. Questions will come out from inside. You will answer all of them accordingly. So now, 2010 number 20, 2010 number 20, 2010 number 20. Okay, it says there that average product is less than marginal product. Average product is less than marginal product when, okay, remember that as long as marginal product is greater than what? Average product, all right, average product will be increasing. Okay, so when marginal product is what? Is less than what? Average product, the average product will also be what? Be decreasing. Okay, so take note. So A says average product, okay, A says there is constant returns to scale. Okay, B says there's increasing returns to scale. Okay, C says there is decreasing returns to scale, and D says there's diminishing returns set in. Okay, now the question is, average product is less than marginal product when, okay, that is when we are experiencing increasing returns, all right? Because now the question says average product is less than what? Marginal product. What does it now mean in terms of inequality? It means that what? Marginal product is greater than what? Average product. You must understand question, because if you don't understand question, first of all, that is your first step of filling a question. Okay, now if average product is less than marginal product, it therefore means that what? Marginal product is greater than what? And than average product. And from the relationship we drew, I told you that what? If marginal product is greater than average product is increasing. And at that point, we're experiencing what? Increasing returns to scale. I told you already, from the graph, I will wrote it out. Okay, it is from when the marginal product start declining that will now start what? Experiencing what? Diminishing marginal what? Returns. All right, please take note of that. So correct answer there will be what? Will be option B. There is, I was not supposed to say that. Actually, there's increasing returns to scale. Okay, so let's see the next question. 1995 number 13. By giving a table here, they say in the table above, it is being shown on the screen right now. They say in the table above, the marginal product of the second worker and the average product of the fifth worker respectively are, okay, so the marginal product of the second worker, what's our marginal product? You know that marginal product is what? Change in what? Total product over change in what? Labor. Okay, so now what is we're looking for what? For the second worker. What is change in total product? Second worker is what? sorry, the question is being shown this way. Second worker is what? 46. Total output is 46. Okay, so I'm going to have what? 46 minus what? 24. All of our labor, 2 minus 1. What is 46 minus 24? I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have 22. Okay, so 22 is already part of our answer. Now, let us now check for the average product of the fifth worker. Fifth worker is what? 5. 95. Total output is 95. And we know that what? That average product is what? Is TP over what? Over L. Okay, our TP is 95. Our L is 5. Okay, 5 divided by 9, okay, is what? Is 1, remainder 4. 5 divided by 45 is what? Is 19. That's our answer will be what? 22 and 19. Okay, all right, very simple as ABC. You must know your formulas. Okay, know your formulas. All right, remember that this change in TP is same thing as TP2 minus TP1 over what? L2 minus what? L1. Okay, it works that way. Very simple. Let's go to the next question. 1992, number 44. Okay. All right. Let's leave this. I think this is a question on cost. Okay, and we have not done cost yet. So when we get to cost, we'll answer the question. All right. So let's go to 2022, number 35. They say the curve labeled X is the curve labeled X is the what? You already know what it is. Okay. Is it total revenue curve? Is it total product curve? Is it marginal product curve? Or is it marginal revenue curve? So whatever it is, put it down in the comment section for me. All right, so let us go to the next one. 2014, number 17. It says, from the table above, find the values of E and F, okay, respectively. So E is under total product, while F is under marginal product. All right, so please find the answer. Tell me the correct option in the comment section. 2007, number 16. Use the table below to answer this question. What is the marginal productivity when the number of workers is increased from 2 to 3? Okay, marginal product from 2 to 3. Okay, that is 60 and 52. We're using 60 and 52. All right, as the values there, 16 and 52. All right, then the number of the laborers is 3 minus 2. So get the answer. Put that down on the comment section for me. 2006, number 47. Use the table below to answer the question that follows. What is the average product when 3 men are employed? Okay, 3 men are employed. All right, you already know what to do. Okay, so we're looking for what? Average product. And average product is what? Is total product divided by what? Labor. All right, so you can do that. Then 1994, number 13 says, when the total product TP is maximum, the marginal product MP and the average product AP respectively are, of course, when TP is maximum, MP is what? Is 0. Okay, we know that. All right, and of course it means that if TP is maximum, at that point already MP and AP are decreasing. Okay, so take note of that. So correct answer will be what? Just pick the correct answer and put it in the comment section. All right, 2023, number 6. This is also a calculation question. 40 men were employed in a farm. They produce an average of 30 tons of cassava per person. Calculate the total product. You are giving the number of labor. You are giving what? The what's it called? The average product. Okay, to be 30 tons. They say calculate the total product. That should be very, very easy for you also. Okay, so there are so many other questions on this O3 School JAMB CBT app, okay, that are designed to make you succeed, all right, even more than you imagine. Make sure you jump on the application, activate it, start immediately. You have no time to be playing with yourself, all right, please start immediately, be confident, answer questions. First of all, make sure you have listened to the class, so then smash questions. You'll see how far you have gone. I'll see you in the next class. We'll talk about, continue our discussion on the scale of production, all right? See you there.